exhausted, I needed the energy, needed to pick me up. I'm in your movie, but this is my cinema. I got a power, I'm built to devour. Anyone coming against me a tower. I don't care when they're pressure. Some of y'all leaving here in the stretcher. Took my time to go and get better. I was reading in the red letters. Ay. Energy, energy, energy. Honey, that energy, energy. Energy, energy, energy. Honey, that. Been here, done that. Wanna know what we came for? Been here, done that. Wanna know what we came for? Energy, energy, energy. I need that energy, energy. Energy, energy, energy. I need that energy, energy.
Round, trying to play disruptor, but he's gonna get dropped down. Noms and Cringe, they're the duo on the high ground, but Analyx forced to start to heal off early.
Both teams had 3 medkits. Andalex, though, the pressure's on him. Noms goes down with the knock. The heal-off continues now. Who is going to be able to outlive?
Analyx does have a little bit of lead in terms of those medkits, but we've seen multiple heals getting scattered around on some fallen foes. Analyx starting the last of his opportunity. Cringe, he finds another one, almost fumbles the bag there, but the medkit is going to be popped. Analyx now has to turn the tides. He has to go on the hunt, sees an opponent, staring him in the eyes, trying to go for the piece control, cancels the medkit. Analyx clutches up by taking down Cringe.
He does it. The medkit was found by Cringe, but it was not enough to hold on. Andalex securing that final shot for the final victory royale of the day.
And that race was so close to Kata. It was so close to the very end. Queasy, Thomas HD, Malibuca, Merstach, history repeating itself going into the final game with just 2 points, but we're all left waiting. Who won? That's the biggest question. Of course, Analyx was able to clutch up in this game. He's probably lined himself with more money in his pockets, but who went to the global championship?
That's the big question. 2 teams from today are booking their tickets to the Global Championship, but only one team is securing that FNCS title. Andalex and Sato secured the victory royale for this last match of the day, but who is the duo that's going to secure that Axe of Champions? There's only 3 people that can let us know. Let's head right to them.
Thank you so much, Jacob and Chakata, for that fantastic casting throughout this season of Chapter 5. And boys, I was hearing from production just now that there were 2 points in it as we went into game number 12, and now there is just 1 point in it, because when you looked at our top 2 duos, neither of them had the game that they were hoping for, but one of them had the game that they needed. And it's so almost eerie to see some of these names coming back a year later. You have both Thomas HD and Malibuca looking to get their first ever major title. But unfortunately for them now, one of them could do it. One of them sadly had to settle for second place. But who will be settling for second place again? The duo is divided now. They're divided by who has a major title. We're waiting for the leaderboard to come in. Levin, this is so exciting.
I mean, this is everything an FNCS should be about. EU never seems to disappoint. And I mean, just to see history rewriting itself with the same characters involved in such a special moment. I mean, yeah, I'm sure we know both of those teams are going to go to the global championships now, but it's all about the bragging rights. It's all about winning that FNCS. We know how much Thomas wants it. We know how much Malibuca wants it. And that finish is just, oh, you can't write it. You literally can't write it.
And that first title just means so much to both of these players, because both of them, Malibuca and Thomas, have waited so long and will both be wanting it as much as the other. That game was incredible as well. Both teams just had it just so close at moments throughout that game. We saw Malibuca and Merstach trying to fight for that island against Cammy and Seti. They bullied them off it. That was on the edge of my seat for that. That was incredible. We saw, of course, Queasy and Thomas that were fighting against Phaser and King, and they both got knocked. Both teams individually got knocked. So we were on the edge of our seats again, trying to think, are they going to be able to get the revive? Is this the moment where they win it? Is this the moment where they lose it? We didn't know. We're about to find out, though.
We had our own watch party going on in the virtual green room. And you know what? We did not want to wait, and you guys don't need to wait any longer. It's time to see the final leaderboard and who is raising the axe of champions. And we can now reveal that your champions of Chapter 5, Season 1 by 1 point, are winners of $170,000, the Axe of Champions, and a spot in Global Championships is Merstach and Malibuca, 649 points. This is a duo that show consistency throughout Chapter 5, Season 1, and they are your deserving champions, Mini Miner.
They say that good things come to those who wait, and oh boy, has Malibuca waited a long, long time for this very moment. By a single point, in a complete mirror to what we saw in Chapter 4, Season 1. Unfortunately for him, back then, he was on the receiving end of the loser's medal, the second place medal. But this time, he has made it happen for him, Levin, and I couldn't be more happy for these guys, and of course, Malibuca in particular.
This script is nuts. I mean, like, again, 1 point again. Look, Merstach and Malibuca, so deserving. When you look at EU history and the greatest duels you've ever had, they're always considered one of them, but they never had the title to really show for it. Now they do, in a new era of this duo, and I mean, Malibuca, he will know how Thomas feels right now. He was right there with him last year. And big commiserations to Thomas and Queasy. I mean, they fought so valiantly. At times, they felt like the most deserving team. But Malibuca and Merstach, to fight the way they have fought, with the pressure that was on them as well from some of their peers all throughout the week leading up to the final, and for them to deliver on that pressure and win like many said they should, just goes to show their greatness, how great they are. And I mean, that's the sign of a real champion.
It really is. And what's so exciting is this is a duo that's reunited. I imagine there are other Fortnite players around the world watching going, maybe I should go back to that duo I really enjoy playing with. Now that we've got separate experience, now we've got learnings, and now we know how to become a champion, because Merstach has that experience. He's brought it back to his reunited partnership with Malibuca, and it's paid off dividends. But also, we have to give